This story is about our creation. This is about us. And everybody wonders what this is. This is our clan mothers. With us, you know, that word unconquer, undefeated, that spirit comes from our mothers. So that's where we start. You know, we recognize that's in our heart. This is where we're from. You know, their spirit gives us that power from within.
My name is Wilson Bowers. I come from the Big Cypress Reservation and I live in Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale area. I grew up out there. I worked at the museum. I've dabbled in art pretty much my whole life, like pencils, markers, drawing. I've only recently gotten into spray painting maybe like 10 years ago maybe. I started like my first time and then just kept going ever since, and I don't know, it's just something I like about it and it just draws me to it. I come from the Seminole Tribe of Florida. We have 8 clans and I come from the Bird Clan.
Today I came out here this morning and I have finished up the outlines of a diamond shape here. There's like 25 diamonds in here, and that represents the tribal patchwork. Patchworks are made by Seminole women over the history, so patchwork represents Seminoles or the Miccosukes. My hope is to coming up with the patchwork designs with images in the middle and so forth. This is the design that I am focused on now, and I am hoping to bring more awareness, more appreciation, and more respect for where the patchwork design comes from. Because of the women, we have survived the wars back in 1800s, and to this day we are surviving and thriving, and the backbone is the love and care of our women.
The piece comes from our creation story. It's just like a little visual of it. You know, like we're here in the city of Tallahassee, you know, there's FSU right across the street, and there's a lot of Native or Seminole imagery, but, you know, I wanted to do something a little bit more. You know, we are people, we have a history, we have a rich culture, so it's just something I wanted to kind of like portray and put out there. The creation story is like, to make it short, like the earth opened up and then the clans came out. So that's what the mural represents. You have the earth down at the end, and then like the wind coming out, and then you have bird, panther, deer, snake, bear, otter, and then the Chikee represents big town. The blue going throughout represents the wind, and then we're a matriarchal society. We get our clans from our mother. Like, it can only be passed down through the mother side. And that's what the woman is. She's walking to the camp and it's like the clans are like welcoming her. I didn't want to just work with our flag colors. Like we have these colors that they call fire colors. It goes yellow, orange, red, maroon, and turquoise and white. So these are the colors that I picked for the mural too. And I had asked for a black background, so the city was gracious enough to do the wall, like prep the wall for us. So I used those colors and I try to make them bright so it's like very eye-catching. And like I said, I want it to be like, there's already a lot going on, so I want it to be easy to see, notice, and pretty much like you could read the text at the beginning and kind of like look at it, and just kind of like easy to digest, and like I said, give a little bit more about like who we are as a people and as a culture. You know, it's just, I feel like not many people know about our culture, or we still have a culture. We still practice like as much as we can every day. Not everybody, but you know, we do what we do. And I hope this mural brings people in, and I hope it intrigues them to, you know, kind of like look into our history and who we are, and especially the students, you know, kind of like what the school is named after and who it's named after, you know. Like I hope it kind of like brings that to the, not to the forefront, but you know, kind of like gets that itch going for them to know more. You know, we're, like I said, we're more than just the name on a school. We're more than just mascots and spears and stuff. We're a whole people. We have a whole history and we have a whole culture. And I hope people start to see that, or, you know, start to realize that, and it would intrigue them to learn more.
This 135-foot mural is beautiful. Not only does it tell the story of our U.S. history, the state of Florida, but it is our Tallahassee history and culture as well. We are so proud to have the Seminole Tribe of Florida right here in Tallahassee, not only associated with the university, but with the city as well. And it's my honor and privilege to be here today at this grand opening and public display of this mural right here.
Our university honors our unique and collaborative friendship with the Seminole Tribe of Florida. The university is not only located on the ancestral and traditional homelands of the Seminole Tribe of Florida and other indigenous peoples, but we are entrusted by the tribe with a rare honor and responsibility of calling ourselves Seminoles, the Noles. Among everything else, this forms a solidarity with the Seminole Tribe, the unconquered peoples, whose power inspires all the activities of our university. So we are so proud of that. The champion spirit and the unconquered spirit of the Seminoles really moves throughout the entire university.
There were times when my family, my forefathers, my grandparents, children, we went through devastating blows. We went through wars. There was a point in time when our people were struggling through the swamps, trying to keep each other alive, trying to keep their spirit alive, trying to keep their hope alive. There were times they barely had any clothing on their backs. Because of the spirit of women, because of love of the women in our tribe, in our culture, Seminole Miccosukee, because of their love, they have come up with so many designs. The patchwork is from us. It is from the Seminole Miccosukee people. This is who we are. It is the spirit of the women, the true meaning of resilience.
There's always visuals of things from our culture like patchwork, representations of Osceola, but we are more than that. We are a people that faced and survived extermination. We have a history. We have a rich and colorful culture, as you can see from the tribal members that are around with the clothing that they wear. And we have traditions that survive today, despite all we have faced and believe, and I believe it is a disservice to the name and who we are to not help educate the people more where the name and these visuals and that are represented by the university come from. The culture and traditions is something I hold very dear to myself.
I usually have people think, you know, everybody has a mother figure in their life that maybe passed on, a mom, grandma, an aunt, a great aunt, that something represents them as that mother. And they've gone on to that next level, the next journey. But in your heart, that voice is always there. That knowledge is always there. So, you know, just think to that voice and let that voice talk to you.